G'day, my name's Aaron Williams. In this episode, we're going to talk about the subjects of well-being and mental health, and we're going to keep it really simple. In the next couple of minutes, we're going to talk about three things. We're going to talk about why this subject's so important. We're going to talk about the how you can improve your own well-being and mental health, and we're going to talk about what you can do today to improve your well-being, not just for you, but for the people you work with, the people you work for, and most importantly, the people that you love and care about the most. So what words come to mind when we think about mental health? Often there's words like depression, anxiety, substance use, burnout, even maybe things like hospitals and suicide. However, none of those are mental health. That's all mental illness. And so when we think about mental health, what is good mental health? Mental health is about being resilient. It's about being your best. It's about every single morning, people with good mental health wake up, kiss their partner, hug their kids, go off to work, do a full day's work, come home, contribute to their society and their community. People with good mental health actually live their best day-to-day life. That's being mentally healthy, and that's actually what mental fitness is all about. And that's what we're talking about in this episode. The reality is that we live in an increasingly busy, fast-paced, stressful world. The technology is supposed to be making life easier, seems to be making it harder and maybe unhealthier. So many of us feel like we're spread thin across so many different areas. We've never been so connected, but research says we've actually never felt so lonely. So what do? The good news is, just like we can train our physical health and train our heart and our lungs and our muscles to become physically fit, we can do the same with our mind and become mentally fit. Because the reality is that life's a roller coaster. So life has its ups and downs. That's just real life. So if we train our mental fitness, what we can do is when we hit those low points on the roller coaster, with mental fitness we sail on through rather than spiraling down into psychological distress or mental illness. And that's what we're looking for in this module, is to talk about how we become mentally fit, how we increase our resilience, and now we'll talk about the next wellbeing check-in, which we call the 6 buckets. Maintaining your mental fitness requires a healthy balance across all the domains in your life. We all have 6 buckets. Those 6 buckets are work, physical health, psychological, emotional, spiritual, and relationships. From all those 6 buckets, they don't have to be full. In fact, they probably won't be. The important thing is none of those buckets actually run empty. So if one runs empty, it's going to pull down all those other areas. Let me give you an example. Say you love your job. You work hard and long and love what you do. You're a physical Adonis. You go to the gym 15 times a week and are muscles on muscles. You're psychologically and emotionally balanced. You're spiritually healthy. You meditate on a rock 15 times a week. But in your relationships bucket, you feel like you work too hard to ever see your wife or your children, then that's going to pull everything else down. So how we can use the 6 bucket tool is as a check-in. So every month or 3 months, just go back to the tool, have a look at your 6 buckets and see which areas may be getting low or an empty. And the important question to ask is, 1, which of those buckets is the one that most regularly becomes empty, especially when you're stressed or super busy? And the second is, what do you do? What can you do to refill that bucket when you are aware of that situation? So go to the activities section now and complete the 6 buckets challenge.